Hello, I'm Brian Evans,
And I'm Camden Victor.
and welcome to today's Nauset News. I'm going to tell you about the announcements, and Camden will give you today's lineup. So let's jump right in. Now, these announcements are mainly concern seniors. Before all the other grades, it's not too late to sign up for a club. Just go to the Nauset webpage, and you can go and find out where and when to sign up for said club. Now, seniors, yearbook materials are due October 4th, so 2 pictures, formal, informal, with a quote, and that's due October 4th to October 18th. And speaking of seniors and yearbooks, parents, friends, and businesses can put ads in the 2018 yearbook. The staff welcomes these families and family businesses to put a message in the yearbook for seniors. And speaking of yearbooks, the yearbooks only throughout October are going to cost $70. Then after October through December, they're going to cost $75. And then after that, they're going to cost $80. Now, homecoming is happening next week. So you might be wondering, how should I dress for this? Well, today in Nauset News episode, the student council is going to tell you all about that. And now time for the lineup by Cam.
Alright, so for the top story, will be done by Krista Walsh and Sam Mays, who will be interviewing the new outdoor adventures teacher, Addie Weeks. The high fives will be done by Emma Burke, interviewing Cindy Nickerson. The sports will be done by Bethy Tarbokas and JP Labarge. The things to do will be done by Lipsky Joe and Ramel Brown. The talent search will be done by Kylie Shelley, interviewing Kayla Berupski. Fashion tip will be done by Rachel Moore. The health tip will be done by Artie O'Neill and Doug Bezio. And the special report will be on Nauset's woodshop class by Jacob Clark. And the political spotlight will be done by Mac Bell.
Now, I know Mac Bell. He's a very nice person, so I can't wait to see his political spotlight.
Good to know. And the student council will be done by Becker Canarium, and the extra story will be on AP Physics, the projectile demo with Mr. Fauché.
Alright, so stay tuned to see all that. I'm Brian Evans.
And I'm Camden Victor.
And now's today's announcements and lineup.
Hi, I'm Krista Walsh.
And I'm Sam Mays, and this is your top story.
Today we are going to be interviewing Nauset's new PE teacher, Miss Weeks.
Okay, so the first question we have is, how's your year going so far, and what is your favorite part about Nauset?
Okay, it's going really well so far. Everyone's been super welcoming, students and staff. The PE department has been great. Just getting interviewed over here. What was it, my favorite part about Nauset?
Yeah.
I think just the sense of community, even though it's kind of spread out, I feel like everyone kind of works together and it's just really, it's just comfortable. Like I instantly kind of felt at ease. So it's been good, yeah.
Can you tell us a little bit about the outdoor adventure classes and what are some skills the students learn?
So with outdoor adventures, I feel like obviously we're outside, we're going out. It's kind of different day to day, so I think it kind of keeps everyone on their toes. The students don't always know what to expect, but I think it's a good time for them to build confidence. Some of the stuff we do, whether it's on the ropes course or the biking that we're getting into, the kayaking. There was a student that had never kayaked before, so it's definitely a confidence builder, but they have to work as a team, and it's all about communicating. So I would say those are probably the main skills.
That's good.
Yeah.
So what are some of the biggest challenges with this class, both for you and the students?
I think that because it is really weather dependent, like we are going outside a lot, so you kind of always have to have a backup plan, and you want to let your students what's going on ahead of time, but because things can change last minute, it's not always consistent, so you kind of have to be ready for everything. So I would say that's been the biggest challenging so far.
Yeah, I can see that. What do you think the students most like about this particular class?
I think that they're getting outside and they're not sitting, and it's getting that fresh air. They're with their friends and they're getting a chance to kind of be social as they're doing an activity, and I think it's a nice way to break up their day, but they're also being productive, and that way when they go to class after being outside, they're kind of ready to focus and get back into that more of a sit-still kind of mindset.
Your own name.
Okay, and switching gears, can you tell us a little bit about yourself? like where did you go to college, and was your degree in physical education?
Yes, so I went to Endicott College in Beverly, Mass. It's just north of Boston, and my degree was phys ed, so I got a Bachelor's of Science in Physical Education.
And was your goal always to work here at Nauset?
I knew I always wanted to be on the Cape. I'm from Harwich. I went to Harwich High School, so I knew I wanted a teaching position on the Cape, and had always heard great things about the Nauset district, knowing people that have worked here. Had never heard of bad things, so I was really excited when I was able to apply and that it all worked out.
Well, thank you for talking to us.
Thank you guys.
I'm Sam Mays.
And I'm Krista Walsh, and this has been your top story.
Hi, I'm Becca Canarium here with Nauset News, and I'm doing your Student Council report. Homecoming is right around the corner, and so is Spirit Week. I will be naming the dates and what you should wear. Tuesday, October 10th is Holiday Wars Day. Seniors will be wearing 4th of July, juniors will be wearing St. Patrick's Day, sophomores will be wearing Valentine's Day, and freshmen will be doing New Year's Eve Day. Wednesday, October 11th is Color Wars Day. Seniors will be wearing pink, juniors will be wearing blue, sophomores will be wearing green, and freshmen will be wearing orange. Tuesday, October 12th is New England Sports Wars. Seniors will be wearing Patriots, juniors will be wearing Bruins, sophomores will be doing Red Sox, and the freshmen will be doing Celtics. Friday, October 13th is Black and Gold All Grades. Let's see what grade wins. And again, I'm Becca Canarium with your Student Council report.
Hi, I'm Emma Burke here with this week's High Five student, Sydney Nickerson. She's a 3-season athlete. She plays field hockey in the fall time, hockey in the winter, and lacrosse in the springtime. But today, we are going to be talking about Sid's accomplishments in last week's JV field hockey game. What position do you play, Sid?
I play center and mid defense.
Wow, that seems like a hard position. I bet you're pretty good at it, though. And is it right that the position on defensive field hockey doesn't usually get to score goals?
Not usually.
Sounds like you've done an outstanding job and helped assist a goal last week.
Yes.
How do you mentally be able to prepare yourself for games?
I usually listen to music and talk with my friends about things we can fix from the past games.
That's pretty awesome and sounds like a great way to get yourself pumped up for games. Do you have any goals for the rest of this season?
I want to get a few more goals in and try and finish out the season without losing any more games.
That's awesome. It's great with you. How is high school going so far this year?
High school's amazing. I love it.
Do you like being a freshman?
Yes.
And what's your favorite class? And is it easy to balance schoolwork out with sports?
My favorite class is probably physics, but sometimes, depending on the amounts of homework, it's easy, but then, sometimes it gets overwhelming.
I'm sure it will get easier as the school year goes by and just as we get more used to being in high school. I'm Emma Burke, and this is
Sydney Nickerson.
Thank you so much for telling us about your sports and how your high school year has been going so far. Good luck in your upcoming games and have a great rest of the school year.
Hello, my name is Doug Bazile
And I'm Artie O'Neill.
with your Health Tip of the Week.
This week we will be talking about how always listening to music with earbuds can cause serious loss of hearing later on in life.
Today, almost all high school students listen to music, but what you may not know is that earbuds can cause hearing loss. Loud noises can rupture the eardrum when listening to loud music consistently.
Also, sharp piercing noises can split the eardrum. With damage to the eardrum, hearing can be lost almost instantly or fade away over time, resulting in worse hearing as you age.
Hey Artie, how loud do you listen to your music? Artie?
Wait, what did you say?
Well, I guess Artie must not listen to the warnings.
And remember, folks, I'm Artie O'Neill.
And I'm Doug Bazile.
And this was the Health Tip of the Week. And remember to turn down the volume when listening to music with earbuds.
This is Sam
And I'm Jacob.
with a special report. We're here with,
Kieran Norton.
and he's designing a snare drum in woodshop. So where did you first get the idea to make a snare drum?
Well, I've been a drummer since I was in the 4th grade, and when I came to this class last year, I heard Mr. Hoyt's a drummer too, and he'd been building some drums in this class, so he's teaching me how to do it now, and I'm making this snare drum.
So, what's your process of making this? What do you
Oh, well, first I made the drum out of cherry, and I planed these pieces down to like a fraction of an inch. So they're a flat piece of cherry, and then I stuck them in a steam box, and then brought them to a form like this, and bent them into shape. And then I glued a brace right here to hold it together, because there's a lot of outward tension on the shell of the drum. And now I'm just like whittling down some of this support, and I'm going to be putting on the rims. Here are the rims.
So how long does it take you to make this?
I'm not sure. I'm going to try to get it done in like maybe a few months. I've been working on it since the beginning of the year.
Okay. Are you going to make a full set, or is it just going to be this one?
I'm starting off with just the one snare drum, but eventually I definitely want to make a set. Get some walnut in there, and I might make a like cherry and walnut bass drum, and some rack toms as well.
So, what is what are your plans for the future?
Well, for this, I'm gonna once after I put the rims in, I'll probably sand it down to get some of the stains off of it. And once the shell is actually assembled, I need to buy the hardware for it to assemble the actual drum and put like the heads on it, and then play it.
So in the future, are you going to focus on more playing the drums or like making drums?
Probably both. It's awesome to play the drums, and it's kind of cool to be able to play something that you made. Yeah.
This is Sam Cipro.
And this is Jacob Clark.
And this is our special report.
Hi, my name is Rachel Moore, and here's the fashion tip of the week. For girls, it's getting to be that time of year to start breaking out those sweaters. Pair a simple solid color sweater with some leggings or jeans to start bringing in the fall season. You could even wear a simple scarf on top of your sweater. You can also wear some lace-up leather boots with your outfit. Simplicity is really the way to go. For boys, wearing a button-down shirt with a sweater layered over it, paired with some khaki pants, is the way to go. Also, a t-shirt with a nice design on it can really bring out your individual personality. Remember, fashion is only as fun as you make it, so make sure you feel good in what you're wearing and have fun with it.
Hi, I'm Mac Bell with your political spotlight of the week. There have been reports of underwhelming support for Puerto Rico in the wake of Hurricane Maria. The United States have been neglectful for our territory in the last month on account of the devastation in Texas. Puerto Rico's electrical grid was recently destroyed during the hurricane, so no reports have come directly out of Puerto Rico. But reports from the government say that President Trump and the Federal Emergency Management Agency, or FEMA, are currently enacting a successful relief in Puerto Rico, rebuilding their electrical grid and rationing out food and water across the territory. Trump claims that the slow relief is because of quote, poor leadership in the Puerto Rican government. All of our thoughts and prayers at Nauset News goes out to the people of Puerto Rico. I'm Mac Bell, and this has been your political spotlight of the week. Thank you.
Hello, welcome to Nauset Sports. I'm JP Labarge.
And I'm Bethany Tarbokas.
This is your weekly sports update. The football team lost to Marshfield 35-6. Tough loss, but the boys battled hard. Bobby Joy played well with several tackles and many good runs. Shorten Merrill also had a couple spectacular catches. Varsity field hockey lost Friday 8-0. Lost Friday to DY 8-0. Melissa Edney moved the ball well and was flying around. Sarah Foley was a strong presence, as well as Chloe Duracal and Kaylee Farrell. The girls are gearing up for their next game against Sandwich tomorrow. In volleyball news, Nauset lost 3-0 against DY September 28th. Nauset did, however, have a great performance by Caitlin Fish, Emma Patterson, and Ailey Galian.
In cross-country news, the Lady Warriors beat Marshfield last week in the ACL action. The girls are currently undefeated thanks to the stellar performance of the top 5 Nauset runners. Madikat Nobley crossed the line first, with Tara Ellard grabbing second place. The girls will take on Falmouth and DY in the coming weeks. For the boys, it was a tough meet as they lost to the Rams 44-18. Despite the loss, Captain Ryan Brooks ran hard and hopes to race well in their upcoming meets. Nauset boys golf team is back to their winning habits again. So they brought the Lighthouse Trophy back home in a close one. Nauset finished with a score of 234, topping Sturgis West by just 2 shots, and Sandwich, who finished with 241. 12 schools competed, but none of them could find a way to beat Nauset, led by Will Campbell, Charlie Campbell, and J.B. Dicehart. Brian Hicks was very enthusiastic about the win, with good reason, as it was a picture-perfect day. Girls soccer beat Plymouth on the road with a score of 2-1. Emily McGrath and Olivia Picard led their team with winning goals. Up next, they will play the Sandwich Blue Knights, and that will be on next week's news. In boys soccer, on September 28th, the boys soccer went on the road to Dennis Yarmouth High School and won 10-0. The whole team had a great game. However, captains James McCauley and Ethan Craven both had 2 goals, and defensive player Ryan Pish scored his first varsity goal. Congratulations to boys soccer, and good luck on your next upcoming games against Sandwich and Barnstable.
Thank you. This has been our weekly sports update. I'm JP Labarge.
And I'm Bethy Tarbocas.
Hi, this is the AP Physics class, and today we're having an activity to study some projectile motion. What they're going to do is use a hacky sack and horizontally launch that as a projectile, and they're going to see how far it went. And by finding out the height of the launch and the range, how far the thing landed from the person, we're going to see, get some information that we need. They're going to calculate how much time it took for the hacky sack to drop vertically, which, by the way, is the same amount of time it takes for the hacky sack to go horizontally. And what they're going to do is calculate how fast their throwing arm is, how fast the hacky sack exited from their arm. And they're going to convert that from meters per second to miles per hour to see how fast it really was. So they're going to demonstrate the setup for you. Okay, so now Gabby is going to use the trundle wheel to figure out the range. How far did that thing go? See, we didn't time the activity. We didn't use a stopwatch to find how much time it took to go that way, because we know that the time it takes for the hacky sack to drop, the time it takes for the hacky sack to drop vertically is, by the way, the same amount of time it takes for the hacky sack to go horizontally. So the dropping time is actually the horizontal time also. So we're going to head back to the classroom in a few minutes and do some calculations to figure out how many meters per second the hacky sack left the hands of the designated athletes.
Hi everyone, welcome to the Nauset News Things to Do for this week. This is Lipsky Joe.
And I'm Romulo Brown.
Yeah. First we came to movie part. It, the scariest movie in the end of summer. The story is about in a little town, the kids are disappearing one by one, and there are 7 kids. They unite together and want to solve the problem. Solve the problem means to kill the clown. This story reminds me Stranger Things. It's kind of the same. You know, a group of kids, they make some scary things and they unite together and use their wisdom to survive. And the second one is Blade Runner 2049. It's a new movie, but if you are a sci-fi movie fan, you must know the Blade Runner, which directed by Ridley Scott in 1982. That's a classic one. And if you have seen the movie Arrival, you must see this movie too, because they belong to the same director, Denis Villeneuve. Yeah, just go to cinema and check it if it's a great one, and tell me. And the last one is a classic old movie. Its name is The 400 Blows, which is directed by Truffaut in 1959. Yeah, sorry. The last scene is remarkable. It makes me feel like imagine someday I will run across the forest and arrive the beach and feel alive. And that's all. That's a part of Things to Do movie part. And now it's Romel's turn.
Thank you, Lipsky. And I'm going to tell you about some activities you can do around Cape Cod. For those of you who like trivia, Patrick Trivia Quiz is on Wednesday, October 11th at Oliver's Tavern, Yarmouth Port, starting at 7:30 p.m. For all those bingo players, Orleans Eastham Elks is a place to be on Tuesday, October 17th at 6:30 p.m. Love bird watching? On Thursday, October 19th, bird watching for a walk and talk begins at 10 a.m. at the Cape Cod Museum of Natural History in Brewster. Do you enjoy the sweet sound of jazz music? Fred Boyle Jazz Band will be performing from 6 to 8:30 p.m. this Thursday at the Harvest Galley Wine Bar, 776 Main Street, Dennis. Also, on Friday, Fred Freed and Mike Lavoy Duo is at Mooncusser's Tavern, 86 Sisson Road, Harwich, from 6:30 p.m. to 9:30 p.m. Don't miss out. Lastly, do you like mysteries? An escape room riddle just opened at Mashpee Commons last spring. 8 people are given clues and have an hour to solve the puzzle. There are a variety of different missions to choose from, 3 to 10 on weekdays and 1 to 10 on weekend. Thank you, and this is our show.
Thank you. Bye.
Hi, I'm Kylie Shelley and I'm here with the Talent Search of the Week. I'm here with Caleb Borepsky, a talented student with the jewelry making class with Mr. Craven. Let's go meet him.
Hi.
So what are you making?
I'm making a bracelet.
Out of what?
It's made out of a few metals. There's brass, copper, steel, silver, and then silver-plated brass.
What do you enjoy most about jewelry making?
The fact that it's something that I get to do with my hands, and it's kind of a therapeutic class. It's not something like math or English where you have to sit down and learn something. You have to actually go in and work and do stuff. So it's nice to not just sit all day and look at paper.
That's a good point. What is the hardest part of this project?
Figuring out how to get all the moving parts to work together. There's a clasp on this, and then there's 2 moving parts on it that were hard to really get together and figure out how they're going to move with the rest of it.
Is there anything else that you'd like to make this semester?
Yeah, I'm actually working on a few projects right now. I'm working on making a snake out of copper wire that is going to be another bracelet. It's going to go and bite its own tail to wrap around your wrist. And that's all I have in the works right now, but I have planned a lot of projects for this year.
Nice. I'm Kylie Shelley, and that was the Talent Search of the Week.